Hi y'all, welcome back to Astro Motivation. My name is JupiterJames, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language and with that knowledge that we were able to look down at our birth charts and see exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're going to get into Saturn in the fourth house. Now, Saturn in the fourth house is going to give me a very karmic soul lesson and a very karmic placement of someone who is dealing a lot with the safety and security of their home and with their mother. Okay, the relationship with their mother is going to be very tested within this this placement. Okay, but before we go ahead and really dive deep into that Saturn return and that karmic lesson, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way we are better able to do more with the information we've been given, and we're not just confined to Saturn in the fourth house. You know, that way when we're out and we see Saturn pop up, we can go, okay, JupiterJames told me that Saturn meant this. And when we see fourth house playing out in the world and in other people's birth charts or just in the zodiac, we can say, okay, I remember I was on that channel and JupiterJames told me that the fourth house meant this. And now you can go ahead and mix and match where that applies in different areas of life. And that way you're not just confined to Saturn in the fourth house, because now you know the language and how to apply it in different areas of life. All right. So with that being said, Saturn for me as an astrologer is always going to show me where the karmic lesson of a person is. Okay, what is this person here on the planet to achieve and to understand and to cultivate and develop as a part of their personality? What was this soul here incarnated for? Now, this for me is also going to show me where this person will find friction, where this person finds restriction, and where this person finds this area of life, wherever Saturn is pointing to, very hard. It's very hard because Saturn is delaying it, restricting it, making it hard, because that's where Saturn is making all of the lessons come through. Okay, this person is learning lessons, very tough, hard lessons in this area of life. And so usually Saturn will delay it, he'll block it, he'll restrict it, he will make it hard to access, hard to function, and hard to make successful, because by the ages of 28 to 30, it will be when that lesson comes to a head and where this person will really have to think back on their lives and say, okay, in this area of my life, what's going wrong here? What do I finally need to do? What do I finally need to say? What do I finally need to achieve? What do I finally need to express so that this lesson is learned and I acquire it as a part of my personality and a part of my soul, so that I get to the next chapter of my life? And usually Saturn will make it so that this person has no choice but to confront and face that part of their lives, or they cannot do or fully express or fully become who they are meant to become in this life. Okay, so remember that we're just not here on the planet to eat, drink, sleep, party, have fun, get a wife, get a husband, have kids, do this, do that. Yes, these are the fun things we get to do, but really we're here to learn that Saturn lesson. Okay, we are here to cultivate that as a part of our personality and the reason that we are here on the planet. And it's when we acquire these lessons throughout lifetimes that we are able to pass our tests and ascend and go off of the karmic wheel. We're able to forego the karmic wheel and ascend to higher planes of existence. But with the third house is the fourth house is always going to regard Cancer and the moon. Okay, now no matter what your fourth house sign may be, because that will be different for everybody, know that the default packaging, the default out of the packaging settings of a birth chart will always have Cancer and moon ruling the fourth house. Okay, now when Cancer and moon ruling the fourth house, this is gonna show me how the vibe is between you and your mother. What is the flavor? What is the synergy? What is the relationship between you and your mother? Okay, and the sign on that fourth house will usually tell me what the relationship is between you and your mother. What was the dynamic of your upbringing in your household? What was the atmosphere of your mother and the relationship she had with you? Okay, so in this, they also call the fourth house the IC. The IC is your Emilium Coeli, and that is your private life. It's who you are away from work. When you clock out of work and you go home and you lock your door into your apartment and you sit on your couch, what is the atmosphere of your home? What is the atmosphere of your private life when you are hanging out with friends and it's you away from work? Who are you away from work? Okay, now with that being said, what happens when we take Saturn and we throw it into the fourth house? Automatically, this just gives me the impression that you are going to be someone who is learning a lot of lessons from your mother, whether it be a stress relationship with your mother. Maybe your mother wants you to learn tough lessons, but I do know that the dynamic between you and your mother is going to make an impression of you that is going to be it's gonna feel stressed. It's gonna feel a little topsy-turvy with your mother. Maybe your mother did something or said something or is someone that when she does what she does, although it means well, it may come off a certain way, or the relationship between your mother is stressed. Maybe you don't have a mother. Maybe you are someone that doesn't feel secure in your private life. In your private life, where it comes to your home or feeling secure or emotionally secure, you may not feel that way. You may feel disconnected from your home life. You may feel disconnected from your mother. You may feel that to find security, to find that place where you can come home to and nurse your wounds and nurse yourself back to health, because that's what our homes are essentially here for. It's for us to get away from the humdrum of the world, heal ourselves, and then we go out and achieve all that we do. That area of your life for you is you're gonna find that there's a lot of challenges there. It's gonna be a lot of restrictions there. You are gonna learn a lot of lessons from your private life and in your home dynamic. And it's gonna be around feeling insecure in your home dynamic, feeling insecure in your safety dynamic. You know, we all should have the luxury of being able to call our parents or call our mom or go home to the place that we grew up in so that we feel a sense of security and safety. But for you, that's gonna be blocked in this life. That's gonna be very hard for you to find that place in your life where you feel emotionally stable in your home life and in the pillar that you stand on in that area of life, because that's a pillar. A pillar is your home, like your private life. You feel insecure in that area. You don't feel safe. You always feel like maybe there's challenges that you need to work through. Maybe it's hard for you to acquire the safety of your mother or the care of your mother or the emotional comfort of your mother. Does it sound like you? If this sounds like you, write in my comments below if this sounds like you. Do you feel like, the relationship between you and your mother was really stressed? Maybe she was someone that you couldn't get along with, or just the relationship or her comfort. She didn't give you a lot of emotional comfort. She did not. She was not a very tender, loving mother. Maybe she was not present in the home. Maybe she just didn't have that capability within her for one reason or another. Does this sound like you? Are you also someone that feels like it's hard for you to acquire a home? It's hard for you to acquire an apartment. It's hard for you to find a stable position in your home life. It's hard for you to find your own apartment. It's hard for you to find your own safety net in your private life. Is this you? If this is you, let me know. And also write down in the comments what the sign is on your fourth house with Saturn in it, and I will let you know what that can mean for you, because this could be different for everyone, especially depending on that sign that you give me. So if you can let me know, I can let you know what you could be experiencing with your Saturn return in that fourth house with that sign. But with that being said, I will say that when you have a transit and Saturn comes back around to the fourth house, and if you are between the ages of 28 to 30, you will be having a Saturn return, okay? And this is going to happen, and what you may be experiencing themes of is that now it is time for you to really get serious about acquiring safety in your life. It is time for you to confront the mother, or find a way to find emotional security within you, within your heart, within your soul, okay? And if you can't acquire or confront the mother, if you can't knock on the mom's door and say, hey, let's sit down, let's have a chat. I really do feel like you weren't around when I was a kid. I don't feel your support in my life. I don't feel I feel like I don't have you to rely on. Because usually a conversation is what you need in order for this to be self-realized. For this lesson to be learned, you have to confront the mother. You have to, because it all starts at home with this placement, unfortunately. And if you don't attack the source, everything else it'll be a chain of events. You know, it'll be hard for you to lock down your own apartment, and it may be hard for you to feel secure being alone in your own apartment. You may be someone that doesn't want to be alone. You don't like being alone in your own private life because you didn't get enough emotional stability. You didn't get enough emotional stability growing up. So now in your adult life, being alone, you don't like it. You feel very like you were always someone that probably finds yourself, you have a lot of roommates. You like roommates. You don't mind it. You like it. You actually need it, because to be alone would be the scariest thing for you ever, because you've got Saturn in that 4th house in your IC, okay? But I do know it starts with a mother, and you're gonna have some lessons regarding this, lessons about being on your own and finding the emotional stability within yourself and the confidence within yourself to say, I am strong enough, but I also need to attack the source where it is coming from. And usually that will be from your parental guardians, whoever take care of you. Maybe you don't feel support from them. Maybe you're not feeling the love. Maybe you're not feeling that emotional safety that you need in order to propel you in your life, you know, because this is a pillar. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it. This is a pillar. This is a very important pillar. And it's through solving this that we can excel in our careers, that we can do what we need to do in our lives. Because without the encouragement, without the nurturing, without the encouragement of our mothers or our safety net or our home, how could we have a launching pad to do the greatness or achieve the things that we want to achieve in our lives? So attack the source. That is my biggest advice. And I don't mean knock on your mom's door and be like, dude, you didn't take care of me when I was younger, but everything is a conversation. We can always have a conversation, and a healthy conversation, and a healthy unloading of like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I don't feel. This is what I need. This is what I would like. I don't appreciate. I didn't appreciate. We all have that ability to do that. And you would be surprised at how simple and effective a conversation may be. And through that conversation, you are able to now feel a little bit more supported in your life, because now you are heard. You know, sometimes that's all a child needs, is to be heard. That's it. And so, yeah, really try that. That's my greatest advice and my biggest encouragement to you. And know that you are protected. Know that you are safe. I know you may feel unsafe, or you don't feel as confident being alone, but know that you can be, and that you are learning in this life to become your own safety net. You are learning in this life to emotionally fortify and emotionally stabilize you, because you do have what it takes to stand on your own and be someone great at the same time. But when that Saturn return comes about, there's gonna be lessons in that. You know, there's gonna be things that go down that are happening in your home or happening in your adult life that you need to confront when it comes to your emotions, you on the inside, who you are, and how safe you feel in those emotions. Outside of work, outside of your achievements, outside of the thing you want to do, everything starts at home. It starts with how you feel when you look in the mirror and you talk to yourself. I need you to find a way to nurture yourself and care for yourself and talk good things to yourself and say you are enough. Even if your parents couldn't do it, you have to remother yourself, reparent yourself, and give yourself encouragement to get out there and do the things that you need to do. But in order to do that, you must first start at home and with you, okay? So I really do hope that this gave you some encouragement and some inspiration and a little enlightenment with this very heavy placement, okay? Let me know again the sign that your 4th house is in, and I'll write back to you what you could be experiencing. If you guys would like for me to do a different video of a different placement in your birth chart that has nothing to do with Saturn, write that in my comments and I will add that as a part of the queue of the videos that I can get out for you guys. But for now, I just really want you to take care of yourself. I really want you to encourage yourself. I want you to go get some self-help books. I want you to express your feelings to your family, to your friends. And I'm sure if you look around close enough, if you really express yourself enough, you've got people who will and can be your backbone for you, and who got your back and who will support you and encourage you and remind you of the light that you are, okay? So I love you, I'm rooting for you, and I'm wishing only good things for you, all right? Have a great day. Bye.